Hey everybody. Okay, so assuming you saw the first video, part A, about Citizens, the last resort insurer in the state of Florida, who has denied 77% of the claims. Why? Because insurance, it is very specific. Have to have flood damage coverage. That is a separate policy. As I told a friend of mine to do a consulting business, and we discussed that, and a lot of people want things for free. And I thought about it, wow, because his dad has an insurance background for decades. He's in the insurance industry. Come on, you should do it. And it's things like this here, people don't want to listen. Oh, you're just trying to sell something. Well, you know what? I bet you're not trying to pull salt on an open wound, but you'd probably be a lot comfortable if you realize, gee, that flood insurance, that's typically what, 800 to maybe $1,200 compared to losing everything. To compare to losing hundreds of thousands of dollars, your house and the contents wouldn't be a bad idea. But I know some people, oh, wait, you're trying to make some money. You think rich people, they have lawyers and accountants on the payroll for the heck of it? They just want to spend their money. No, they understand that they don't know everything. They know maybe their specific craft. Everyone has some type of specialty, I would imagine. How to be productive, maybe a specialty in being a dusty. But somewhere, everyone has their craft. There's some knowledge that they possess. Okay? So they know they don't know everything. So that's why they spend money on accountants, forensic accountants. They spend money on managers. They spend money on lawyers. You think? But some people at the bottom are so concerned about, oh, you trying to make some money off of me? Now look. The same thing, life insurance. Then something happens. GoFundMe link. So, 77% of those claims have been denied. FEMA, as a man said, it is not, they're not billing you out. He didn't say that, but it's not an insurance payment. That's what he said. It is not an insurance payment. Exactly. With FEMA, as I told old girl, when her house flooded, yeah, they're not giving you $80,000. They're giving you a loan. That's why there is paperwork. Do you understand? You now have a second mortgage. That's just what it is. So, those people are going to either have to take out loans or may walk away. It's hard. Don't forget, the first is around the corner, so another mortgage payment is going to be due. Some people, I can tell it hasn't hit them yet. So let's go ahead and get to what I really, really want to get to when I say the other shoe is about to drop. I've seen some of these places in Florida, and they're like, I want the water out of my house, and get this water out, and the city's not pumping and bop, 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 bop. Sweetheart, the other shoe is about to drop. Because once that water is gone, you don't have flood insurance. You're going to have that smelly mildew smell and floors buckling up. Oh, trust and see. So then you're going to have a house that's not livable. It's going to stink. It can make you sick, mold. It can land you in the hospital. And now you got to go ahead and pay that mortgage payment. Now, what I've been hearing in Florida, let me go ahead and play. Here's a video you might want to check out. It's called I've Had Enough. Florida homeowners selling flooded homes as is to investors. So they are selling the flooded homes as is to investors. Okay? I want you to listen to what this man is saying because I have been hearing this in Florida. Okay? I've been hearing this in Florida. Oh, that people have a plan. You do? I'm glad you do. But here's where the plan kinda, sorta, is not going to work. This is where the shoe is going to drop, and I can assure you it's going to be a heavy hell of a shoe. Oh, I'm sorry to tell you, it's going to crush the world. Okay? So, let's talk about the shoe is going to drop. Listen to what he says, and I've been hearing this a lot. Oh, yeah, Tampa Bay. Yeah, might be in for a surprise. So I'm going to skip to the end and just let you kind of hear what this man says, because I am hearing this is what some people are saying that they are going to do in the state of Florida, and word catches on. People are like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it too. Baby, I'm so sorry to tell you, sir, ma'am. 'Cause, 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 'cause you might find the rug snatched from underneath you. So listen to what he says, okay? Here we go. $60,000.
When we purchased this property, we were thinking, okay, well, what's the future hold? You don't think to yourself, there's going to be 4 foot of water or 3 foot of water or whatever.
Now?
Just dropped it down to $299. You'll see the listings that are pending at, 300,000 or 250,000 were originally at, 450 or 500,000.
So 450 to 500,000. Now their house now is dropped down to $299 as is to an investor. Okay, so here we go.
So we you just have to just kind of roll with the punches.
But he says interest is there. In fact, investors are calling and already scooping up these homes.
Yeah, lots of pending. I was actually surprised to see that.
It's a matter of now making the most for those homeowners who lost it all.
Because at the end of the day, you're right. You're going to sell the house, and maybe including with the insurance money, they're going to do okay.
You're not going to do okay. Oh, you're not going to do okay if you have a mortgage. Going to put you on game. You're not going to do okay unless that house is paid for. He said, what about some kind of insurance money? Let me tell you what's happening. He said, what?
Surprised to see that.
It's a matter of now making the most for those homeowners who lost it all.
Because at the end of the day, you're right. You're going to sell the house, and maybe including with the insurance money, they're going to do okay.
No, you're not going to do okay. Here's what's going down, ladies and gentlemen. This is when the other shoe going to drop. It's going to be a heck of a heavy shoe. This shoe is not going to be cute. So here's what's happening. A lot of people, I can say a lot, but some people in the Florida state, they're saying, hey, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and file the insurance claim. That's if you have flood insurance. If you don't have flood insurance, your only choice is FEMA, and that is not a gift, okay? You're not a legal immigrant. They're not giving you a gift like the food stamps and all that free. It's going to be a loan, okay? That's what's going down. So some people in Florida, and I've been hearing this, what's good, Tampa Bay, love Tampa Bay, but oh Lord, it's about to go down. So people are saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and file this claim. Let's say if they do have flood insurance, I'm going to file this claim with the with the insurance company, and so then I'm going to sell my house as is to an investor. Well, you got to pay the original loan off. Then what some will do, they may say, hey, I'll do a short sale that may still be on your credit for the balance. Let's say you owe $200,000 and you sell for $125,000. Well, how are you going to sell for less? That's to get that loan off you. Okay. Some may do a short sale. Then, as he said, get the insurance money. Well, insurance check might be okay, $75,000, $100,000. That's what people are counting on. And that's what I'm going to tell you. The other shoe is about to drop. Because if you have a loan on their property, here's what the bank's going to do. What they typically do, like 99.9% of the time. What is going to happen, what they have not figured out is this. Even if you sell that house to an investor as a short sale just to get from underneath it, okay? Selling at a loss, your game is to get that insurance check. If you have a mortgage company, the insurance company, if you have a mortgage on that property, the insurance company, they're going to put the name of the bank on that check. So when you get that check for $75,000 or $100,000, whatever you think it's going to be, guess what? It's not going to be made out to Jane Doe. It's going to be made out to Jane Doe and the bank that holds the mortgage. Jane Doe and the bank. So it's a two-party check. For the check to be cashed, both parties have to sign. Let me tell you now, you're not going to get over on the bank. Because you know what the bank is going to tell you to do? If the bank is out of state, what they typically do, and again, it's not financial advice, what they typically do is tell you to sign the check and mail it to them. If your bank is in state, what they will tell you to do, oh sure, come on in and we'll get it processed. We'll handle that for you. When you get to that bank and it's a two-party check, you might think you're clever and you're going to get the bank to sign it. Then you deposit it. No, sweetie, when you get to that bank, they're going to have you to sign it. They're going to have you to sign it. And you'll never see the check again. You want to bet? Unless it's a small amount. But typically, especially when you're going like tens of thousands of dollars. Oh no. That's the word I'm hearing. Oh, get the insurance check and then just sell the house and then that may be a short sale, then get the insurance. If that check is tens of thousands of dollars, I'm sorry. The bank is going to want you to sign it, and the bank's going to hold the check. It'll never touch those pretty hands of yours again. So I can't say 100%. This is what the majority of banks are doing, especially if it's a nice sum of money, because they own that property. You don't. The bank is going to have you to sign that check, and then so your plan of, well, oh, it's a two-party check, that's going to be the surprise. But then when a person calls the bank and they hear the part about bringing the check in, okay, and then I can go ahead and deposit the cash in. Some are not going to tell you maybe until you get there. They may not tell you. But I can promise you, if the bank's name is on it, what they're going to do in most cases, especially when it's tens of thousands of dollars. In this case here, it's not easy to, it's not hard. I mean, come on, look at the house. Contents may be different, but we're talking about the house itself, the dwelling. A two-party check. Typically, these banks will go ahead and have you to sign and they'll hold the check. Well, I got to get some repairs done. Yeah, they're going to let you know. Or when you get those repairs done, contact us. And they're going to come out to see if the repairs are done in an adequate manner. And then they'll pay you or maybe pay the contractor directly. So people are thinking they're going to get that insurance check, just sell the investor to get the insurance check, and then let's go ahead and I'll move on. Not if you have a mortgage on it. Now, if you've paid for the house, there's no mortgage, the check will come to you. When you have a mortgage on it, you're going to get more than likely a two-party check. And I've already seen somebody holler and scream, well, I just want the bank to sign it. The bank is not signing that check because they already know what happened. They already know $80,000, and the damage will be more than that. I tell my friends, if you go into a bank, make your transaction and get out of there. Somebody might go crazy and try to force them to sign at gunpoint. It's about to get real crazy out here. Some people, this is their plan to get that insurance check only if you don't have a mortgage. If that home is mortgaged, which in most cases it is, it's going to have the bank's name on it. The banks are going to want you to sign that check, and the bank's going to hold that check. You won't see it again. It's highly unlikely you will see it again. And some people are already hearing that, and they are freaking out. You won't see it again. So now that's your plan. That is your plan to go ahead and get that bank check, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on, and I'm going to do my thing, and I can use that. That's what they're counting on. I'm sorry, not going to happen. A two-party check, if that bank is mortgaged, it's going to have your name and the bank's name. The bank is not going to let you walk away with that check. It's highly unlikely. And people are planning to use that insurance check. Again, if it's paid for, you know it's going to be in your name. But if it's with the bank, someone's like, why are they making me to mail the check in? They want you to sign it. Well, if they want you to sign that check and mail it in, that's what's going to happen. You'll never see it again. They're going to hold it because the property is not paid for. So I've seen Becky with this, and it's like, wow. I told my friend, I said, wow, she don't get it. And she thinks she may know everything. So you know what? I said, when it's a person like that, you just let them keep on going. Okay. Some people you can kind of read. I said, no, just don't. She knows everything. And sometimes people are very stressed out. Maybe they don't think that, but sometimes people are so stressed out, it's best to not say anything because you don't know how they're going to react. They may freak out. I'm like, so you and I know that. That's why I tell somebody, call a bank. They'll tell you, call a bank. So some people, that's what they're planning. They have no idea if you have a mortgage on their property, you're going to be signing a check and the bank's going to be holding it. So if you sell the house at a loss and you're thinking I'm going to get the insurance check and go with it, only if the house is paid for, have a clear deed, then of course the money will come to you. You can maybe make out with it. But some people are saying, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And they have a mortgage. They have no idea. You're not going to do that because the bank is not going to allow it. They already know you're walking off. So then that's that person's plan to move on to the next phase of their life. They plan on using those funds. And it's when the funds are going to be there, then what? When those funds are not there, then what? What will that person do? Probably freak out. So when I say the other shoe is going to drop, Oh, if that's the plan, again, if there's a mortgage on their property, the insurance company is going to have. That's why they ask those questions. They got to protect the mortgage, the bank. They're going to have your name and the bank have the person's name and the bank's name on that check. And that's when things are going to go a little bit differently than planned. So some people I've been here. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. They can do a short sale, just sell. Fine, I'm done. Get that insurance check, and then I'll move on from there. Not if you have a mortgage. It's going to be a two-party check issued, and the bank is not going to, like I said, in most cases, you may look out, but the bank is not. This check is $80,000. Oh, I can use my insurance check. $80,000, you can make something work. But when the bank's name is on it, that's not your check. That's our check. And the bank's not going to let you walk away with no $80,000. That's the sad part. So then some people may sell the property, short sell, whatever, sell to investors, and they're counting on that insurance check. And when they realize that that's a two-party check and the insurance is not signing it for you to go ahead and walk away with it, and that's the only plan that you have, that's when it's going to get sad. That's when the shoe is going to drop and it's going to be a heavy shoe. That part right there. There is no money, hardly any savings. So anybody, if you're going through this, even if you do have flood insurance, if there is a mortgage on that property, please, 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 I beg of you, and you're expecting payment from the insurance company, ask them. They'll tell you. Two-party check. These banks they're holding the checks. That's my understanding. And it's nothing new. You can't blame them. So yeah, I've been hearing this. People say this. That's their plan. Understand it's only applicable if you own the house. But yeah, so when they get those checks, if you have the coverage, a two-party check, got a news flash for you. You're going to have to contact the bank. The bank is going to more than likely want you to sign. You may never see that check again. Anyway, that's the sad part. And when that happens, there's no other plan, no other funding. Watch out. Dreams crushed. Now where will a person go? Especially if you've already given up the house. Where will that person go? Even if you're in the house and you get that check and realize, again, call the insurance company if you're covered. After that, you don't even have to wait. Call the bank and ask them, okay, property damaged, and they're going to send a check. You're the mortgage company. Is your name going to be on it? Are you going to sign the check and give it back to me? Call the bank. Some may be direct, some may not. But may want to call them and find out. I would expect them to tell you, the truth. Well, we're going to need you to sign the check and then we'll hold it. So what if that's the only plan? And the plan is not going to work. It's crazy. And all of this in November's next month. It's what, days away? Another mortgage payment is due. That's why let's everybody stay calm. People are angry and frustrated. People are totally losing it. Their lives are upside down. I was telling a friend of mine, just try to stay calm, because people nowadays, if they interact, say something mean to you, just keep it moving. People are angry. Their lives are basically disappearing before their very eyes. And what do? And the economy's bad. This is where we are. Working hard, trying to stay in a home, and then something like this here happens, may have to get out, may lose it. Working 2 and 3 jobs to keep it, and now may lose it. This is a land grab that's going to be happening. That's a different video. Anyway, I want to share that with you. So I beg anybody, if you're in a position you're thinking, okay, well, I'm covered, I'm going to get a check. If it's a mortgage company on the property, it's going to be a two-party check, especially if it's a lot of money. It's typically a two-party check. Call the bank so you can know what's going on. Thanks for watching. Heart and prayers go out to a lot of people because this is like super bad, like nightmare bad. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Be alert, be aware. Take care of your mental health. Why? It is a stressful situation out there, and I'm out.